Tonight we are taking an in-depth look at a local nonprofit that helps to solve crimes. Valley CrimeStoppers has been instrumental in solving many crimes here in the Valley over the years. News Channel 3's Peter Dott spoke today with the organization's president, Greg Huff, about how it works.
Greg, first off, a lot of folks have heard about Valley CrimeStoppers, but may not be too familiar with exactly how it works and where the money comes from. So can you explain that for us?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. And we've kind of been under the radar. Our Valley CrimeStoppers has been around for, believe it or not, 40 years. It seems like the bad guys know who we are. And a few of our local residents do call, but we get 10 to 15 calls a month regarding some criminal activity. So we've been around, our name's out there, but a lot of people just aren't familiar with it. It's a pretty simple formula. 341-STOP is our phone number. And if you're aware of something that's going on in your neighborhood, or you heard about something that's ongoing, and you don't want to be involved, you don't want the police to know who you are, you can call 341-STOP. Our operators will take your information, not your name, and they'll assign you a number, or they'll ask you, what's your lucky number? And when Peter says, well, my lucky number is 13, then okay, 13, they take the information, and then we forward that on to the agency. If there's a shooting in Palm Springs, that information goes to Palm Springs PD, along with all the other police departments in the Valley, because it may lead to something similar in another town. So we get the information, the police work the crime, and if the arrest is made, then we ask number 13 to call back. Usually the people that give us the information, they know when someone's been arrested. So they watch the news, or they just know that their buddy got arrested. Then they'll call back and say, hey, I'm number 13. Do I get a reward? Absolutely. That's where the board comes in. We determine what the amount will be for the, for the payment based on the severity of the crime. So that's where the board comes in. And then we do make arrangements to make a cash delivery to someone. We have no idea who they are, but sometimes you'll see me in a red jacket in Walgreens in the magazine department, and someone will come along and say, I'm number 13. And so, okay, 13, here's your envelope with the cash in it, and out they go. I don't know who they were. They don't identify themselves other than
I know that anonymity is obviously very important. And I know you want to stress that people who call CrimeStoppers always remain anonymous. So first of all, how much money does CrimeStoppers get to help solve crimes? Where does the money come from, and what are the rewards? What's the range for those cash rewards?
Yeah, luckily we have some money. Donations are always welcome. We have a golf tournament that we've sponsored every year, except the last two. With COVID, we were unable to do that, and that raised about $7,000 to $8,000. Our annual budget for payments is around $10,000. And we've been paying that amount out for the last 40 years now, around $10,000. So, and not that board members aren't coaxed into giving a little donation once in a while, but the public's been very good about supporting CrimeStoppers, especially victims of crime. If we've recovered a stolen car, or a burglary has occurred and people have got their property back, it's amazing how generous they can be when CrimeStoppers help them out.
What specific examples, Greg, can you share with us that CrimeStoppers has helped solving a crime?
Well, actually, it's coming up. It's been a year ago. Now that you ask, I think about this all the time. There was a hit and run case in Desert Hot Springs where it was a fatality. A person was struck on the side of the road. No one knew anything. It languished on with the department over there for months and months. And then we, CrimeStoppers, got a call, and it uncovered the car and led to an arrest, and it solved the whole situation. So that's how it can happen. And the person that called in, anonymous. We have no idea who they were. And the real beauty on that one, there's a cash reward, and it goes from $100 up to $2,000. $2,000 is for murder or a really serious crime. And it's always rewarding when the caller says, I don't want the money. I just want you to get this guy. So that's a plus for us.
I was going to ask, it almost feels a little disheartening. And I know that money makes the world go round, but that it takes money for people to come forward sometimes and help solve crimes versus just doing it out of the goodness of their own heart. But it sounds like there are a lot of people who don't want the money.
I would say the majority of our callers do not want the money. They're just sick and tired of this situation that they've observed over a period of time. And they just want this stop. 341 stop. That's our number. Call us and we'll solve that crime for you.
All right. Certainly an important organization. Greg, we appreciate your time. Thanks for joining us.
Okay. Thank you. Thanks for asking.